You know that voice in your head that says things like, I'm not enough, it's too late, or I always mess things up. What if those thoughts aren't the truth, but just loops your brain got really good at running? In this video, I'm going to show you how to break those mental loops, not by forcing yourself to think positive, but by shifting the pattern behind the thought so things can actually start to move. Hi, I'm Donnielle Carter, nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and for nearly 20 years, I've worked with thousands of people exploring how their bodies, beliefs, and energies shape their lives. And today we're exploring something that shows up for everyone: negative thoughts. Let's clear something up really quick. A negative thought is not proof, truth, or a final conclusion. It's a repeated mental pattern. Your brain is built for efficiency. So when you think something often, especially with emotion attached, your brain goes, we use this one a lot, so let's keep it ready. And it becomes automatic, familiar, and weirdly, even comfortable. Not because it's helpful, not because it's true, but because it's known. So when we talk about breaking negative thought loops, we're not trying to fight the thought. We're not trying to force positivity. We're interrupting the pattern. We're changing the way you see it, and we're shifting the energy and emotion behind the thought. Let's take 5 common negative thought loops, and instead of trying to fix them, we're going to break the loop, shift the pattern in a way your brain can have ease with. Thought loop number 5, I am not enough. This one shows up everywhere, in work, in relationships, in how you talk about yourself. And it often drives things like overthinking, overworking, or holding yourself back. Now, most advice says, just tell yourself you are enough. Anyone else ever have those little stickies of I am enough? Yeah. But if your brain doesn't believe it, it rejects it immediately. And then nothing changes. It actually can deepen the negative thought process loop. So instead, we break the loop like this. We ask, not enough for what? Because your brain just made a huge statement with 0 specifics. Not enough compared to who? For what standard? Based on what timeline? You're taking something vague and making it real. Then we shift the pattern. I'm learning what enough looks like for me. Now you're not stuck in judgment. You're in movement. You're in curiosity. Thought loop number 4. I don't deserve success, love, happiness. Now this one doesn't always sound obvious. It can show up as pulling back right before things get good, choosing situations that keep you small, or not fully letting yourself have what you want. And underneath it is this idea, I haven't earned it. So instead of arguing with that, we break the loop. What if this isn't about deserving? Just that question alone creates space. Then we shift the pattern. Where am I not allowing this, whatever it is? Because deserve puts the power outside of you. Allowing puts it back in your hands. Now you're not waiting to be chosen. You're in the action of choosing. You're noticing where you're holding the door closed. Thought loop number 3, it's too late for me. This one is everywhere. I should have started earlier. I missed my chance. Other people are too far ahead, I'll never catch up. I'm too old. But what actually is happening is this. Your brain is comparing your life to a timeline that isn't yours. So let's break the loop. Ask. Says who? Seriously, says who? According to who is it too late? Because most timelines are learned, borrowed, or simply made up. Then we shift the pattern. I'm starting from where I am, and that has power. You're not behind, you're just here. Where you currently are in your life. Please be present in your life. Because here is the place anything can actually change from. Thought loop number 2, I'm a failure. This usually shows up after something doesn't go as you expected. A project doesn't land, something falls through, you try something and it doesn't work. Instead of thinking, well, that didn't work, your brain goes, I didn't work. Do you feel how fast that happens, how that shifts? The brain takes a result and turns it into an identity. One moment you had an outcome. The next moment you are the outcome. So let's separate that. Say instead, that result did not go as I wanted. Clean, accurate, no identity attached. Because when you remove the identity, you create space. And space is where you can actually see what's going on. Then we shift the pattern. What did this show me? Not, why did this happen to me? Not, what's wrong with me? But, what did this show me? Because every experience gives you information, feedback, and a direction to go. Even the outcomes you didn't want. It gives you information. And this is where the energy shifts. Because the moment you move from self-judgment to information gathering, you go from stuck to moving in the flow. Failure isn't a label. It's information. And information moves things forward. Thought loop number 1. Everyone is against me. This one is subtle, but it changes how you see everything. Suddenly, neutral feels negative. Feedback feels personal. People feel like a problem. And your brain starts scanning, looking for the proof. See, they didn't respond. See, that tone was off. See, something's wrong. And once your brain locks onto that pattern, it filters everything through it. It actually goes looking for that proof to prove the negative thought. So let's break the loop. Start with this. Is it everyone or is it specific? Because everyone is almost never true. Because the word everyone creates intensity, makes it feel bigger, heavier, more personal than it actually is. Bring it back to reality. Who specifically? What specifically? That alone softens the charge. Then we shift the pattern. What am I actually aware of? And what am I adding to it? Because there's always what actually happened. And then we put meaning on top of it. A look becomes a judgment. A pause becomes a rejection. Silence becomes something personal. So let's separate it. What do you know versus what are you assuming? And then this final question, and this is one that really opens things up. If I wasn't making this personal, what else would I become aware of? Because the moment you take yourself out of the center of it, your awareness expands. You start to see, maybe they're distracted. Maybe something else is going on. Maybe it has nothing to do with me at all. And that shift from everything being about you to simply being aware, that's where the loop breaks. So how do these shifts happen? Well, here's what most people miss. You don't break a mental loop once. You break it over time. You didn't create it once. You created it over time. So it's going to take time to shift it a little bit too, okay? So every time you notice the thought, you take a pause, you question it, or you slightly shift the energy or the emotion, you're literally teaching your brain, we don't automatically go there anymore. And this is how the patterns change. Not by force, not by positive thinking, but by repetition with awareness. This is where energy and science meet, because you're changing the neural pathway and the emotional charge attached to it at the same time. Here is a simple way to do what we're talking about when things are actually occurring in the moment. 1, notice the thought. Catch it as it's happening. Number 2, name it. Oh, it's that loop again. Now, it's not you. It's something your brain is doing. Number 3, interrupt it. Ask a real question, not to fix it, just to open up your awareness. Number 4, shift it slightly. Break that loop, break that pattern. Not into something fake, just into something more open. Because we're not forcing positive thinking, we're shifting the energy behind the reoccurring negative thought. We're changing the pattern and the pathways that your brain returns to. If you take anything from this, let it be this. That voice in your head, it is not always telling you the truth. It's repeating what it knows. It's repeating what it's learned. And you can change what it knows. You can re-educate it. Not all at once, not perfectly, but consistently. And every time you break one of those loops, even a little, you create space for something different to show up. You create space for you to show up different. I'm curious, which one of these thought loops or any others shows up the most for you? Please drop it in the comments below. I would love to see what you're noticing. And if this helped you to start to shift the way you think, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this, please, with someone who might need it. Because sometimes it's not about changing your whole life. It's about changing the pattern your mind keeps repeating. And that's where everything starts to move. Thank you for exploring it with me today and pushing play. And check out this video right here for more mindset shifting tips and tricks. And until we play again, keep creating a life that inspires you every single day to live it. I'll see you soon.